I enjoyed reading this article and found it to be very informative about the tensions over Israel and the wars that have been fought over their Holy Land. I was not very informed about this topic before reading this article, since it had been going on since before I was born. But now I feel that I have a better grasp on what is causing the turmoil and what led up to where we are now. The first point in the article that interested me was Israel's isolation and their security predicament and how they view the world around them. It has how they are underestimated by other international democracies. Since they are surrounded by three Islamic states, they have to always be ready for an attack by hostile forces on the west and from the east, mainly Lebanon and others from the west and Egypt from the east. Since before the creation of Israel, the Jews had been a stateless nation and had not always been treated the best by their hosts, i.e., the Holocaust. This hostility caused them to isolate themselves from other countries to keep their race and religion from being wiped out. A possible solution to the constant fighting would be to implement the two-state solution, which is where they would split the area between Israel and Palestine to create two different states that would govern themselves. It would be the most peaceful resolution, but it would be just about impossible to implement since there's a lot of setbacks and drawbacks for each state. It's been rejected multiple times by both countries, mainly Palestine, since they wouldn't be able to have their own military power. This would lead to some serious tension between the two. One reason it has been rejected is because the other reason that it has been rejected is because Palestine would want all of the land that they lost before the 1967 era of Palestine, while Israel would have no intention of handing it over without a fight. This impasse between the two has led to a lot of unrest in the Middle East and has been used to fuel the war based on religion and oil between other international democracies. It should instead be used as a basis for peace talks, as quoted from Barack Obama. The other reason, or if a two-state solution is impossible, the only other option left would be a one-state solution, which would encompass all of pre-1967 Israel, Gaza, the Gaza Strip, and the West Bank. And they would combine the two governments into one single entity. This is just impossible since Palestine and Israel would never accept to it, since one of the groups would have to concede all power they possess to a new government of two opposing religions, and their people would become second-class citizens. The other problem is that the state would also cease being Jewish after a few years, when the Palestinians would become the voting majority. The only way they would be able to keep the government Jewish would be to create an apartheid state, which would increase tensions between other democratic states, also severing ties with the U.S., causing a lot of tension and raising gas prices a lot. When this semester first started, I wasn't really following the news cycle closely and just made my opinions up on the spot. But after the semester, I feel I have a better predisposed ideology that I can use to make better opinions rather than just winging it. I'd like to thank you, Professor Harper, for making this a great semester and helping me learn a lot. Thank you.